we welcome to the Only Fools and Horses podcast, Josephine Welcome. How's it going?
Oh, okay, so far.
So far.
Let's hope it continues that way.
Yes, I'm sure it will. No grilling questions from us tonight. No,
Good,
no problem.
good. I'm just going to take a sip of tea from my cup, which says, as you can see, Her Ladyship, but probably the other way around.
Very nice. Yeah. So
There we go.
What was it? Tea or coffee?
I'd see.
Tea.
Coffee, I'd be up the rest of the night, I'm afraid.
Right. Okay. You of
Okay.
course played the part of Dr. Shaheed in the episode. Is it Dr. Shaheed? Sorry, wasn't it in the episode
Yes,
of
it
Sickness
is.
and
Dr.
Wealth?
Shaheed, yes, yes.
Yeah. How did the part come about?
It was through Tony Dow, who was the director. Yeah. I think he asked, I mean, if I remember correctly, because it's a very long time ago, don't forget, he actually phoned me up because I'd worked with him ages ago, but probably about 10 years previously. And he asked if I'd like to do it, and I said yes. That would be lovely.
So yeah, he knew. Did he see in a part that he thought you'd be good for it, or did he just kind
It
of
was
know
just
you?
that. He said, I've got this part and I want you to do it. So that was it. And his directions were, I'd like her to wear a sari and talk with a proper English accent. So there we are.
And speaking of your costume, have you got any costumes or any props or anything still?
Still, no, I think I had to hand all those back, if I remember correctly. The only thing I think I have got is one of the it's a little packet for the car wash for the trotter's car. It's got a sponge and some washing car wash stuff in a little plastic shaped of a Robin Reliant.
Wow.
I think I've got one of those. Yeah,
I think you probably have. I'm sure
Yeah.
lots of people have.
Chris has got everything.
Yay! Good.
I have.
Bam.
Good. Real fan. Good.
Including the trotter van, would you believe, as well, that I drive around in. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Do you know, go on, sorry, Chris, go on.
So, Josephine, what are your memories of filming, and what was it like working with Sir David?
If I remember, it sort of kind of went all right, I think. He was quite quiet and sort of, I knew I had to know my lines pretty well far in advance because I did not want to cause a hiccup. It was live audience, obviously, and you can't take too much time doing that, taking several takes. So I just made sure that I was on the mark with that. And no, he was lovely. I mean, he was just quite a quiet man, really, on that one.
Yeah, different from Del Boy in that respect.
Very different from Del Boy. Yes. I did work with him again later on something with Kathy Burke as well, which I think Jane Howell directed for the BBC. I think it was one of the last plays for today. And yes, he was playing a major part in that as well. I think it was Amongst Barbarians, that's what it was called.
Hey.
So in your episode, you just alluded to it. You actually I wasn't sure if you filmed in front of a live audience or it was.
Yes, we did.
It was it on the
yes,
night?
It was. Yes, definitely.
Wow. So yeah, bit nervous, obviously, like you say.
Yes, you have to. It's a rather different feeling than doing it in a studio with nobody there. It is apart from the cameraman.
Yeah.
So yeah, very different. So you do know, and also actually the other side of it is it gives you quite a boost if it's all running smoothly and the audience have a good time and they laugh. You just feel right. You've got it right. You're doing the right thing. It's working, and the scripts are wonderful anyway. So you've really got to be pretty poor if you're going to mark those up, and I don't think anybody was poor in that way. They all love the scripts, and they were absolutely delight to do.
Is it more like a play in that respect then? I know it's still television, but in front of a live audience, and as you say, you get a bit of rapport from the crowd.
You do get rapport from the crowd. I mean, they are totally with you, and they're with the story, and they're with all those wonderful characters that are on Only Fools and Horses anyway. And you're the sort of new bod in, for that particular episode, as I was. And they just want to see how you sort of bounce off the rest, I guess. And it was great fun to do. And I think hopefully they were pleased with it. I mean, I enjoyed myself.
It's a funny scene.
That's a great scene, yes. And I can't believe the number of people who come up to me still, and I think to myself, oh, it must have been on again, because I'm surely they can't recognise me at this age. But but they always do, and they probably still know the script. That's the thing. I mean, I just go, oh gosh, you probably know the whole script and all the scenes. I mean, yes, we do.
It was unusual, wasn't it, as well, that it was like a one-to-one with Sir David as well, wasn't it? No other actors involved. It was just for quite, it must have been 5 minutes of scenes.
Yeah. Yes. I think there were probably all together how they did it. The introduction scene, he comes in the door, and then the talking through about, trouble passing water and all those, all those well-known phrases.
Tower Bridge, wasn't it? You had trouble passing Tower Bridge. Yeah.
That's right, yes. And where am I from, etc. And then, go and change behind the curtains. And then the next bit of that, of course, as we all know. And then the end scene where he picks up my phone to make a call and I have to go elsewhere to make a phone call.
In reception, yeah. What was there a favourite line in that? Is there a line that sticks out to you?
Oh gosh, what is it? I think actually one of the things was actually one of the first lines, which I just found funny when he comes in and he comes around, his head comes around the door and says, "Oh, you're a woman," and I have to pick up this mirror and go, "Oh, so I am. Nobody ever tells me anything."
What?
I'm obviously a new doctor who's taken over from somebody else who might have been, ill or whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, the whole thing is that I'm not the doctor he's expecting. So therefore, he gets a little bit like, "Ooh, and she's a woman." So that's his reaction to that.
I think he was meeting Dr. Meadows, who was later seen at the hospital, I think.
That's
wasn't it?
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to the first Doctor in the show, Chris, and as we're big fans, it was from the episode with Grandad, wasn't it? When he says he has legs like Nijinsky. I think he...
Oh, yes.
Dr. Becker, yeah.
That's it, yeah. And there has been quite a few doctors on the show.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there have been. I think one of them was, oh gosh, who's the other young man? Was he the son of Andy? I can't remember now. Gosh, it's such a long time ago. But anyway, he was another of the doctors I remember, because I mean, I watched all the, obviously I was a fan of Only Fools and Horses myself, so I did watch all of them too. And yes, and there were quite a few people, doctors, etc., that ran through that through the series.
That was interesting for you to say that you were a fan as well before the show, because some actors say, "Oh, I'd never really watched it before," but you did watch it.
Gosh, yes. Oh, yes. It was just one of those, and that's why it was such a, it was just such a lovely surprise and a delight to actually be offered this. And I thought, oh yes, please, I'll definitely have that one.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
One of the lines I remember and liked was Del says about a problem with his new deli. And you say, "I'm from New Delhi," don't you?
That's right, yes. He calls it Delhi Belly, I think. That's what he calls it, doesn't he? I think if I remember, it's Delhi Belly. And she gets it all wrong and says, "Oh, no, I'm from Delhi."
Yeah.
So there's all those sort of,
yeah, Cockney rhyming slang, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Cockney rhyming slang. I love all that anyway.
I believe with Series 6 of them right here that it was quite a big turnaround, wasn't it? It wasn't filming one Sunday and then it was actually shown, wasn't it, the week after, which is quite unusual.
It might have been. I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you for sure. But I mean, they were pretty quick turnarounds, yes. Definitely.
Do you remember
I think go on, Chris, sorry.
Do you remember watching it at the time when it was on?
I think oh gosh, did I watch it at the time? No, no, I think I had to record it because I was off doing something else. But my mother watched it because she was alive at that point, and she did make the effort to watch that.
Wouldn't with other things necessarily, or
sorry,
she wouldn't with other things necessarily.
No, she'd always watch it. She'd always watch it. I think she. Not that she flattered me at all. She'd just say, "Oh yes, you were on. You did all right. Okay, thank you."
Keeps you grounded, doesn't it? Keeps you grounded.
It certainly keeps you grounded. Yes, yes, indeed, it does.
Where would you? Because you've had quite an illustrious career, haven't you? Where would you rank your appearance on Only Fools and Horses in your career?
Illustrious, oh my goodness me. Well, I think that has to be one of the top, doesn't it? Because I mean, it's shown so often, and people are very fond of that series. I think it's always, I mean, every time I've watched some sort of vote on it, that seems to come out top of the sitcoms. So I think it is pretty much sitcom king.
Along with
Do you agree?
No, we hate the show, to be honest, me and Chris. No, no, it's got to be number one. I think I always say series 6 for me, the series you were in, is my favourite. I think that was its ultimate peak. Then I thought.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, that was a really good. Every episode. It went to 50 minutes then as well, didn't it? From the half an hour, that series.
That's right. Yes, it did. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it did. Yes, so it was a bit longer on that one. I think my favourites were actually, I love the Blow Up Dolls one, and I love the Batman and Robin, but I'm sure they're many people's favourites as well.
The Blow Up Dolls came from series 6, and when he falls through the bar, that was series 6 as well. So
right, yes,
yeah, I think he could develop the story a bit more, couldn't he? Because a half an hour, you got to be quite quick, haven't you? Tell the story.
Yes, I think it was nicer to have it on for a bit longer, actually. You could get into that much more. Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, it was as I say, I mean, it was absolutely fantastic to do. And every time it's on, somebody, a friend will always phone me and say, "Oh, it's been showing again. Watch that again." So how many years is that? Gosh.
As Sir David said, well, I believe that he said to the creator that the show needs to be longer, otherwise I don't want to do it anymore. So
really?
He did that because then they were able to extend it because they left so much out of the scripts and he thought it was a crime,
Well, I mean, yes, I mean, Tom Sullivan was I mean, he just was an extraordinary writer, certainly for comedy. I always felt. I mean, there were no drops in it at all. I mean, all his characters were so beautifully drawn, and they literally did bounce off each other very, very well. And you anticipated everything because you knew that if it was like Trigger or something, you'd have a certain sort of look as a reaction to anything that Tellboy said, as well as all the other characters that were in it. I mean, I just found it divine. I mean, it was just a wonderful, wonderful show to watch. Certainly for comedy, anyway, the best.
So when that episode was being filmed, what would you do when you weren't on? Would you be in the audience enjoying it with everybody else, or?
No, I think I don't remember doing that. No. I think basically you could watch it if you were in. I think, if I remember correctly, if you were elsewhere, in a green room somewhere else, so you could watch what was being filmed there. Yeah. So you did know what was happening, and you had to try not to laugh too loudly.
Yeah, of course.
I spent a lot of time laughing on that one.
Oh yeah, can't help. I mean, you watch it 100 times, and it's what's coming. It's still funny, isn't it?
It still makes you laugh, though, isn't it? That's what I mean. That's what a really well written sitcom will give you. That's the thing. That is what it gives you.
That's what Mike Fenton Stevens told us, didn't he, about the audience? He said that they were laughing too much for even the small jokes. That's what Sir David said to the audience. He was like, "You can't laugh at every bloody thing."
You can't make a choice. I mean, if you're doubled over, that's you just have to laugh.
Yeah.
It's very difficult not to.
But it was to do with the pacing of the show or something. They didn't want you to laugh your heads off like all the time. Soundtrack or something like that, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, like you say, they couldn't get the continuity there, could they? If there was a big laugh.
Yes, that would. If anything went wrong and you had to go back on something, obviously, that would be one of the issues.
You're right.
That would be one of the issues. Yes.
I suppose a difficult one would be the bar scene, wouldn't it? He's only got one chance at that, really, hasn't he? Because you're never going to get that first reaction again. So.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Not unless you whip the audience up again. So you've got to do it the same way.
Yeah, makes it more difficult.
Those are the up and downs of having a live audience in. That's why, in a way, it's kind of great if you can get it done in least number of takes. You've got that absolutely real reaction.
Yeah, without a doubt. Was there ever a chance of another episode that never came to light at all? They didn't ever think, oh, we might put you in another episode or anything? No.
No, I think you know, one of the brilliant things about it was, you know, they did cast a lot of people who, you know, who came in and did, you know, guesting on the show, and that was part of its charm, I think, as well. I mean, you had your core people, and then you had, you know, guest appearances, and that's why you had to really step up to the mark and be the straight person, if you like, to the people who were really, really good at comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't try and be funny, because it's not going to work.
Well, we've spoken to many of them, haven't we, Chris? There's only a few that had cameos that would come back on the show. I'm thinking of like Jumbo.
There were a few.
There isn't many, to be honest.
No. I mean, gosh, because of having been a fan of it myself and watched it, you know, not right from the time that you know, Del Boy was a young'un, really, I guess, with very dark hair. You know, I just enjoyed those, and I suppose we all wanted it to go on longer, but I think I think they timed it beautifully at that point, just to bring it to a conclusion, and I think that's why it stands that sort of test of time. Really, it was just something so unusual and so well done, with those characters again gorgeously painted. I mean, how could you go wrong?
It hasn't dated like other shows, has it? Some other comedies from the 70s, even 80s, they've dated over time, haven't they? But
they have, yes. And that one seems to, you know, it's still funny. I mean, it's because of the characters. I think that's what it is. The characters are so strong, and the relationships between the characters are so well drawn. That's why it actually stands that, I think. That's what the magic is.
And it's also not a full out comedy, is it? You know, you've got sad moments in it.
Gosh, yes. I mean, absolutely. There are, you know, and I mean, even when, you know, the Del Boy in the scene that I had with him, and he said, I've got to call. You can really feel that sort of kind of panic, and and I think the audience sort of feel that too, and they go hush. And then, of course, you know, the next line comes out, and off they're roaring with laughter again. So, you know, it does work.
I think Del Boy wanted a lift off him, and Rodney must have said, "Home and Away's just started."
That's right.
Yeah. I like that reference as well. Like Home and Away, it kind of dates it, doesn't it, to when it was?
Those are the little giveaways, I suppose. You know, in a way, that will let you know. But I still think, I mean, the joy of it is that relationship between the two brothers, and all of those characters that are, again, so well drawn. You know, it's just never tiring to watch it. As you say, you know what's going to happen, but your anticipation is still as great as when you first saw it.
Did you have to rehearse with Sir David quite a lot, or not a lot of rehearsals? Or
I don't think it was that much rehearsal. I mean, we went through a sort of, you know, the usual thing is you have a line run up to a certain point, and then your next scene happens. So, you know, you can get a flavour of the timings, perhaps, or what you need to do in it, because there's comings in and sitting downs and all that sort of thing, picking up mirrors, all the usual, you know, stuff that happens with that. But I think the pace of it is such that you kind of just roll into it. You know, you've got it. You realise how it's meant to flow. And I think that's partly, one of the things that I got from actually watching this show right from the start, is that you get that sort of flow of it, you know. And so you come in and you do your thing, but you don't take too much time. It's not one of those pin to pause things. You don't have any of that.
Yeah, and like you say, most people who come into the show know it, and they've watched it. Some programmes that you perhaps go on to, you wouldn't know or heard of it, would you? But that one, you kind of tuned into it before you even get the part, really.
Yes. You know those characters. You know, they are so, you're so attuned to them that I mean, I was just so looking forward to it anyway, because I just thought, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going to be working with
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
boy,
Yeah.
But as I say, he was lovely. He just did his stuff, and it went very, very smoothly. So I was happy. Tony Dow was happy. We got it all done in time, and the audience had a great laugh. A good time too.
Yeah. And
And did you?
remembered all years later. So it's amazing the power of the show, doesn't it? Really.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, I can't tell you. I'm just been out and about, and somebody in the most extraordinary of circumstances will come over and say, "Excuse me, you're the doctor from Only Fools and Horses." And I think, how on earth? And then I think, well, it's obviously been on, and I must have changed, but they seem to know it. They seem to clock you.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just from one episode of Only Fools and Horses. It's quite extraordinary. Yeah, quite extraordinary.
I was looking just on Facebook the other day, and it happened to say the actress from Coronation Street, the doctor, was she on Fools and Horses? And obviously people.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still in Coronation Street? Or have you just finished now?
No. I was just in for probably about 3 or 4 episodes, I think, on that one.
You're a doctor in that, though, I believe, weren't you? Is that right?
No, I was an auntie. I was an auntie in that,
auntie.
but also Coronation Street. I've done plenty of doctors on that as well. So quite a few episodes in the days gone by that I would come in and play those characters. My hair was a lot shorter than it is now. So yes, I mean, I have done that, and all the sort of major series that are on. I've been involved in some of them for guest artists, throughout my time.
You've done the token, the bill. Everybody's been in the bill that we Google, haven't they? I think everybody's been.
Yes. Dear old Bill, we loved that. No, it was gorgeous. I mean, Casualty I did relatively recently as well, and I used to do quite a few of those. And I always think to myself, gosh, there's another character, and somebody's bound to say, yes, but she was in that. But they don't. It's quite fine, and you're always made to look up. You're always made to look. The character that you are. So people accept it.
I'll have to tell my wife because she loves Casualty. She won't miss an episode.
Yes. That's another fave, isn't it? Yes.
That's the test. Name Josephine's character, I suppose, Chris, for your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Now, I'm delighted to say I'm attending the convention this year, and I believe you are on the Sunday as well. Is that right?
I am able to, and I'm delighted that I am. I just wasn't sure at that point, but I will be able to. Yes, right. Definitely.
First one, or
no? It'll be. I think it's the third one actually. There's been. I think there's been 1 or 2 I haven't been able to make, but I think it's the third one. The last one. Gosh. Who was there? I can't remember, but it was the last time I saw Sue Holderness, John Challis, and I was talking to him about his book at that point because it was about to, it was about to come out, I think, or maybe it had just come out, and then get sad news later. So yes,
very sad. Yeah,
yeah.
He was big. Was it Croatia, Chris? He was big, and he did a program, didn't he? He was massive in Croatia or somewhere like that.
Gosh, wow!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but he did a great one-man show as well. He went round local theatres and he was talking all about his time.
Right. Yes, I heard about those too. And then, of course, he went on to. There was another program they did together, wasn't it? Is it the
Green
Grass? That's right. Yes. I was pleased for them actually because I think that was a nice thing to do because they were a real asset, I thought, to Only Fools and Horses. And it looked. I mean, again, it's one of those things you want to, okay, there's another story and that there's another lives going on there, but it would be really nice to see what they, got up to in some other time.
Yeah.
I liked it as well. I mean, it wasn't as funny as Only Fools and Horses, but it was different. It was different. It was funny. Funny.
Yeah, definitely.
There's 1 or 2 other characters. The Driscoll brothers appeared, didn't they? And I think Denzel and Mickey Pearce did in 1 episode as well. So you got a few of the Only Fools and Horses characters in it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, okay.
So nice.
They hauled them in, huh? Okay.
Yeah, hauled them in, yeah. And Tyler was then the son. The son, actually, funny enough, in your episode, it was the medium one, wasn't it? when they're all round the table and they get a message from the mum.
Oh,
say
gosh.
Del Boy needs to go to the doctors.
Oh gosh.
and after that, they say about Boyce's Marnie being pregnant, and then that's when it's revealed she's pregnant actually. So then fast forward to Green Grass, he's like a grown up kid.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
And we love Boyce's line in that where he goes, "I am here."
I am here. Yes. Aubrey, wasn't it? Aubrey. Yeah.
I can just picture him actually.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I think my favourite line from you is when you open the curtain and you goes, "Mr. Trotter, when I said stripped to the waist, I meant the top half." We've got this awful image.
You would think that was the best one.
Yeah. No, I thought. Yeah.
Actually, you're not wrong. I mean, so many people say that. That is many people's favourite.
Yeah. It was good. It was good, and it's not your fault. He misdiagnosed himself. He said he was a health freak, didn't he? Had goat skin milk and doing marathons, but he didn't mention all the cigars, did he? The 10,000 he had in a year.
It's a lot of old flannel.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was very good at that, Del Boy. Very good at that. Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, they touched upon that in the show. Really, I mean, that's a subject, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Quite done in a comic way, but at the same time, you know, you've got to look after yourself as well.
Yes, I mean it is. I mean he is one of those extraordinary characters that are written that he's just it's totally about himself, really. In a way, that's what that character is. It's as long as you know, I've got to be healthy. I've got to be this. I've got to be that. I've got to be that. But it's very much that, you know, that's what he's thinking about all the time. And yet, you know, his brother, the other character, is completely different. And I think those juxtapositions between those two characters are just fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, definitely Rodney, as you say. I mean,
Yes.
completely. He tries to be honest and true, doesn't he? But it never happens, really. He goes along with what Del Boy wants.
Yes, it would have been interesting. I mean, although so I can't remember the actor who played the granddad when it first.
Leonard Pierce.
That's right. Thank you. Yes, I love that character as well. You know, and then sadly that lost him too. But that would have been an interesting sort of. I'd love to have seen some of it if they'd had a chance to have some background about when they were younger.
Yeah, we were to get that, weren't we, Chris? If Leonard Pierce hadn't sadly died, weren't we?
Yeah, he was filming, I think, Hole in One, wasn't he, at the time? Yeah, through Series 4. God. Yeah, which is tragic. Yeah. They did do, I don't know if you're aware of this, Josephine, they did a Rock and Chips, like a prequel to Only Fools and Horses about 15 years ago. Yeah.
Gosh. Did I know about that? I'm not sure.
They had, I'm terrible with names. Who did they have in it? They had the girl from EastEnders. What's her name? Barmaid now?
Edwards. It was matey from Codnophenia, Phil Daniels.
Phil Daniels' granddad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. Phil Daniels, yes.
And Del Boy was in the guy from In-Betweeners. Why can I never remember? James, is it James?
I know who you mean, yeah. One of them.
Yeah.
I've got no idea who you mean.
and I tell you, Nick Lyndhurst was in it as Freddy the Frog.
Oh my gosh.
Who was actually his real dad, wasn't he, in the story in the end?
Wow.
I need to watch it because I think I only watched that series once or twice, but when but it is a different. I don't. If you saw it, Josephine, I'm not sure.
It's okay.
But it was different than Only Fools and Horses. It's kind of more of a drama with funny moments.
Ah, okay, right.
Format.
Yes. So was that prequel, as you say?
Yeah, prequel. Set in the 60s as well, you know, and he's about 16, Del Boy. So he's just starting off with his hooky records from America, things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good, isn't it? Oh gosh.
Buckley. Is it Buckley or something like that?
James Buckley, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
One on the in-between. Like, I completed it. He's like that.
Yeah, he's totally Jay in between us, isn't he? Yeah, yeah. So I should know this date. It's Sunday the 26th of October, isn't it? The convention you're at, is that right?
Yes, I'm coming for the Sunday one.
Sunday, yeah.
And
No.
yes, I'll roll down on Saturday.
Yeah.
That one, because I've got a few things to do first thing, so that's why I can't make the Saturday one. It's just a bit more convenient.
Yeah.
For me.
I think a lot of the actors do the one day. I know Sir David's doing the two, isn't he? But he's only young, isn't he? I mean, he can do the two, can't he? He's only 85 after all, isn't he? You know. Yeah.
Who's coming? Or are you allowed to tell me?
Yeah, to the convention. Yeah, I think it's all been revealed. I know Sue Holderness is there both days. Sir David Jason's there both days.
Great.
I've paid more attention to your day because I'm going as well. Raquel and Cassandra are going on the Sunday as well.
Great.
Yeah, so
nice to see Gwyneth. Yes.
Yeah, I've never met either of them actually, to be honest. Because you met Gwyneth on the episode, of course. She was in that episode, wasn't she?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I've also met her outside of that. I mean, there was some other things that one does, in one's life. Yes. So I met her from before that. Yes, but yes, it's not. It would be nice to see her. Yes, it's always lovely. I mean, it's kind of reunion really for us as well.
Yeah. I suppose you lose contact, don't you? Go to other shows and yeah.
It's just the work thing, and you all live in different places. It's just really, it can be one of those things where you do make a very strong friendship. That's fine, but mostly, I mean, you meet people. They're very good. They're very nice, and the next time you meet them, you just pick up thinking, oh yeah, right. What happened to you since then? So I mean, that's the nice thing about reunions. You catch up with the years that have gone past you very swiftly, mostly.
Yeah. Time goes too quick. Do you remember what year it was, your series?
Oh, gosh, I'm thinking it was late 80s. Like 89.
It was spot on.
It was
Yeah,
89.
yeah, 89. Yeah. Long time.
That's all right. I didn't have to say 1 year out or something. You did well there.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah,
I love it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Memory's still going then.
Yeah. Tony Dow's there as well, by the way. Tony's there.
Is he? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Who we had him on a podcast, Chris. Adrian, he was a director, was he? Or he did the film locations. I'm sure you'll have met him, Josephine. Do you remember?
I'd have to see his face.
Yeah,
I'm quite good with faces. I'm just not.
He blew up the bus at the Jolly Boys outing. That was one of his claims to fame.
Yeah.
And he said he did it the old school way, and that's why it still looks good.
The old school way, yes.
Yeah, and he'd find the locations of where best places to do the scene and everything. Yeah.
Well, that's actually. I mean, it's very important. I mean, those that's not an easy task at all. Location managers. I mean, you've got to be on top of your game there, or else some things just will not work.
And it was filmed in Bristol, of course, wasn't it? The later series. Never was filmed in Peckham, was it at all?
I never went down to Peckham to do it.
No.
Yes, it wasn't.
No. You'd be at BBC Television Studios, I presume, would you there when you filmed it? Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was at Acton that the flats when we see it on the opening credits was Acton when they first started.
Yes.
But, yeah,
that's right.
I was just looking down my memorabilia, and I've got a picture of yourself there, autographed.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that was the episode, wasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't that old because it's not in black and white because it's that old of an episode, by the way. It's just,
Was I still looking at the mirror at that point and saying, "Oh, I was good to know"? I think he was at the door at that point. Yes, no, he was great. I mean, we had a good time.
I think you're diagnosing him there, thinking, "What the hell's wrong with him? He's so healthy. This guy. Why is he ill? Why is he so ill?"
Yes.
I think he started off by saying, "I never felt better, Doc," and you said, "Well, why are you here then?"
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know.
No, he just played the game. He played me. As he does with most people.
Yeah. Pull the wool over eyes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Easy to do.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't try and sell you something. He didn't, though, did he? Sell you something, but no, he didn't sell you anything. What was the commercial you did recently, or fairly recently? You said something like they don't really want to think us getting it on or something.
Oh gosh!
Yeah, what was
oh,
that?
that's the Maltesers advert.
That was what it was, wasn't it? It's still on, I think, isn't it? It's still on.
As far, I don't know because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for ages, but it seems to pop up every now and again because again, people will come up to me and say, "Oh, I saw you the other day." You know, thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, it's still doing the rounds." Then,
Yeah, yeah.
Or isn't it? You know, like,
oh, yes,
I mean,
yes.
like, what are some of your favourite roles that you've done personally? I bet there's lots of things you've done that.
Well, I mean, obviously, this one comes, very much in the top tier, because it was just and it was just so enjoyable to do and so well written, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself on it. Oh gosh, there's lots of things. I'm trying to sort of to think, but that one I think has to be the top one. I mean, there have been lots of lovely characters that I've done in various episodes and things, and then there's been quite a nasty character for Tenko, which was again years before. That was around about 81, 82, when that was done, along with all the lovely actresses who were in that too, Stephanie Cole and Stephanie Beacham. Yes, I was playing a very nasty character called Miss Hassan in Tenko, who was very horrid to them.
So Stephanie Beacham was in Tenko, and then she was it the Colbys or Dynasty she was in after that?
Yes, she went. Yes, she went to America, didn't she? And she was doing that one. Yeah. No, there's a lot of wonderful people in it. You know, far more experienced actresses than I was at that time. But again, it was great to be asked to do that, and had great fun doing it. You know, because everyone else is dressed in not very nice stuff, and here she is standing there in silk sort of sarongs and silk fitting jackets.
Yeah, you got the good end of the stick there, didn't you? I think.
I got yes, but then she gets the very nasty end of the stick at the end of it, so that's the end of her. That's morally well deserved, probably.
There is a reference in Fools and Horses for Tenko. I think she said Raquel said something like, "My clothes are in fashion when repeats of Tenko come on UK Gold" or something. I'm sure she said something like that. Yeah.
That one went by me.
Yeah.
Definitely, that one went by me.
Yeah. One of the later ones. So you'd sit down like the rest of us at Christmas Day, would you, and watch Fools and Horses?
Oh no,
you didn't do that. No, you've got a life, haven't you? Yeah.
Christmases are sort of odd things now, you know, once once the sort of family dispersed and those sort of days of sitting around a big table, etc., kind of disappeared out of my life. But they before that, yes, there were things you did sit around and watch, and there'd be the things that everybody else watched as well. Don't need to mention them on here, but Only Fools and Horses would have been one of them if we'd all stayed together.
Yeah. I know Nick used to pace outside. He said it was awful in a way. Everybody's watching me on Christmas Day, and he'd be a nervous wreck. Which you kind of get, really, don't you? Yeah.
Easy, actor, what he did on Only Fools and Horses and other things as well. But I mean, when you were saying like about people watching things at the same time, again, that doesn't really happen a lot now, does it? Now, because with streaming, and you may watch things together, but back then,
yes,
have to watch the same day, the same time.
That's right. Yeah. You would gather around and say, "Oh, we're in time to do this." I mean, almost like watching the Queen's speech.
Yeah,
it was like that. You did have to come and you had to be there to see it. Again, it's so different now. With what you can watch in your own time and space and on travel, so that's kind of disappeared somewhat,
And there's a lot more channels, of course, isn't there now than there was back in the day?
Yeah, loads of them. I mean, you don't really have time to watch everything, and but you have iPlayer, and you don't have to record anything. Well, if you can if you want to, but I mean, it's there at your disposal, isn't it? It's very, very different. A very, very different sort of feeling as far as watching that kind of entertainment. But I think with those sitcoms that were around at that time in the 80s, and with that brilliant writing that was done, you kind of had to watch it when it happened. You had to be there to watch those things.
Is it a bit like Me and Chris like football. It's a bit like watching a live football match. It's not the same if you watch.
Yes, it's not the same. It's not the same when you kind of, seeing it. Oh, it's recorded. You kind of all, and people saying, "Don't tell me the result."
Yeah.
Doesn't work. It's much nicer when you're watching it as it happens with everybody else.
And we don't think that their audience records will be beaten now because of
Really?
the way TV has changed as well. And also with the last episode, or the original last episode, how many millions was it, Chris?
Yeah, 24.3 million. The one they got the money for the watch. Yeah, 24.3 million.
My gosh, that's amazing. That is absolutely astounding.
Yeah, still a record. Yeah, I think it's probably, I don't know, half the country's watching it, aren't they? Really, on those numbers, I don't know. Perhaps not quite half, but it'd be near on half, I think.
Yeah. It's very much, it was very much taken to people's hearts. That was the extraordinary thing about that program. Again, it was a magic formula, I think. You hope that will be repeated. I don't know if it will, but something about that time, those actors working together, that amazing writer, all the people who are involved in it, just getting it together. What an amazing outcome, from the Wheels and Horses, and there's people still loving it.
We speak about it a lot, the moments of pathos. Well, we've only learned from doing this what pathos is, really, because we're not actors. Moments of real sadness and then a laugh, So there's so many in Only Fools and Horses, and there's a lot of heartbreaking scenes as well, isn't there? Like when
they are just extraordinary. I mean, it's not just this one laugh after another. There are things going on in those lives that are very real and are very painful as well. And again, those relationships work because of that. Because of that writing, and because of those actors. That's what gives it its greatness. For audiences, there's nothing better than feeling it's real.
And that's terrible, isn't it? And they actually, but that was so good because they filmed it not long after they went to his real funeral, so it was really raw and real.
Very raw, very real. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Even the next generation, the 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, they're watching it, aren't they? So it's amazing. It'll live forever, won't it? If all the kids still.
Yes, I mean, I hope so, as I do with all things which I consider are pretty superb and brilliant. They're there as part of the history of the arts, because that's all part of the artistic heritage that we should all have, really, and all be able to see.
Yeah, I know Leonard Pierce said that to Nick Lyndhurst. He said, I think video recorders had just come out, it's that early 80s, and he said, have you heard about these video recorders? And Nick said, yeah. He says, we're going to live forever now, aren't we? Because it's true. It's.
I guess there is that. Yes. There is that. I mean, I've never thought about it in that fashion, but there are some things. I think like great films. We all know what our favorite films are, but you can watch them and you can watch them and you can watch them, and they still be the same feeling in here, or the same bubbling laughter, or the same fright, whichever it is. It's they are there for the rest of the time.
I'm like that with films as well. I've got about 20 films that I love.
What's top of yours?
I watch them over and over again.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite 5?
Oh, that's very hard. But I love The Godfather, obviously. That's okay. I'm just trying to think now. I like Cinderella Man. Have you seen that one with Russell Crowe?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Not seen that.
That's brilliant. That is. It's a true story as well.
Wow.
Legends of the Fall. That's quite.
I
like that one. That's a classic one. There's so many though, isn't there?
Oh, gosh, there's so many.
20, it would change a lot.
Star Wars are classics, aren't they? There's one that's a real classic.
The old Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars are great. I mean, all the modern ones as well, but I love that quality that the first 3 had.
Yeah, the soundtrack as well. I mean, I think that's what made Star Wars really. John Williams, that famous music.
Oh, fantastic music! Yes, again, that's the other thing, and we haven't mentioned that, but for Only Fools and Horses, let's face it, there it is. Brilliant, brilliant, perfect.
He wanted Chaz and Dave, I think, to sing it originally, didn't he? The theme tunes, John Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just such a fun song as well, though. You know, I just love that whole rhythm of it, and it just starts up, and you hear that, and you can see those characters. I mean, that's what I think. I hear the music, and I go, "Oh yes, I can see them running down the road now."
Yeah.
The Batman outfit.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah. We're go on. Tell Josephine what we're doing in a few weeks, or can't we reveal it, Chris?
Yeah, we can reveal it. Shame Emily isn't here, but I think she couldn't make it. But let's hope she. The tour that we're going on, we're going to go to the Only Fools and Horses tour in Bristol. So great, we haven't been before, so we're looking forward to it.
Wow, that's amazing!
Yes.
Oh, wow, brilliant!
See all the locations. So the Batman and Robin that you mentioned, we'll see that, you know, where it was filmed and everything when they're running down the road.
Fantastic,
So that'll be
fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful time.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And we've never met before because we started this during the lockdown. Believe it or not, there's something to do.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Nice oh my gosh. So let's not talk about that. But something good has come out of it. Something great has come out of it. So
yeah.
Fabulous.
The first thing I'll probably say to you, Chris, is blimey, you're taller than I thought, or you're shorter than I thought, or no one ever looks the same, do they, on screen as they do in real life, do you think, sometimes?
There are some people that do, and then there are others that you think, oh, you can't get them the first time round. It's just how light falls on faces, I think.
I don't mention it again, Chris, but it was really hilarious when you wear your hat one day.
What, Chris? Why was it hilarious? I don't know what he means, Josephine.
Yes, you haven't got the toothpaste stuck to it, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, God.
You don't need it.
Like he says, they always wear the flat cap, but yeah, I think I couldn't find it one podcast, so I was called, you know.
I was just, because, you know, I didn't, it's not bad.
No.
Like, you've got 3 of them, haven't you? You've got 3 of them.
Yes. Just in case, yeah. But the doctor has said my hair's going to grow back eventually. That was about 20 years ago. That's the trouble. I think because that's you I went to see. It was you I went to see, Dr Shaheed, actually.
Cheeky.
It's been lovely to speak to you, Josephine. Thanks a lot for coming on the podcast, and Chris will meet you at the convention, I'm sure.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Look forward to it too. Yes. Thank you very much, both of you.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. I look forward to meeting everybody else who's turning up too.
Thanks a lot, Josephine.
All right. Thank you.
Been great to chat.
Bye.
Bye now.